Hello everyone, my name is ClickFlow and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Bedrock Thrive Guide. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good one. As you can see, we're back here in the little farmhouse that we built in the last episode, and I've made a few decorations. I have a couple of cabinets of just the chests that we had in the last episode. I built a little fireplace with a little stone I've been speckling some andesite in here for the mantle, and then I have this little cobblestone walls that I've been using as like a chimney for this furnace. So that's kind of cool, and I have a couple of these little cubbies where I put stairs, fences, and then pressure plates, kind of as like a little sitting area with a little table, and then I've been putting a little bit of carpet here and there just to make the place look a little bit more alive. I haven't done very much up here except for finish my little semi-permanent storage system. I haven't done anything back here yet, though I probably will. And I haven't done anything with this space here because I am saving it for something special. But I think for this episode, I don't know if you guys have noticed in the last couple of episodes, but our single piece of sugarcane has grown and grown and grown, and I've just been planting it alongside the banks of our little island, and I am a little tired of growing this manually. So I think in today's episode we're going to get into our very first automated farm. And I want to automate a way of growing and harvesting this sugarcane so I don't have to do it, and it'll do it just automatically. There are a few ways to automate things, and one of the easiest ways is to use one of the blocks that we've already seen is to use redstone. Redstone is a kind of electrical, kind of magical substance that has been added to Minecraft for quite a while now, and you can use it to make a number of different different contraptions and different systems to automate the collection of resources and the and other things like that. There are a number of ways using the redstone that we could automate the production and harvesting of sugarcane. One of those ways, the simplest I think, is using a redstone observer. Now a redstone observer, I can't demonstrate this to you because I don't have the materials to make it quite yet. You see, it requires quartz to make, and we don't have quartz yet. So we can't use this method quite yet. But the idea is you have your block where your plant is, and then you have a block here, and then you have a piston here that can then extend and break the top stalks of the sugarcane or of the bamboo or the kelp or whatever you're making. And then on this third block here, you'd put a redstone observer that would observe the state change of the block in front of it, and then when it would detect that there was a state change in front of it, it will fire a redstone pulse out the back, which you can then route a redstone signal to the piston, which will then fire and then break the stalk. So that, I think, is the easiest method of farming sugarcane and bamboo. But like I said before, unfortunately, we don't have the materials to make redstone observers. So we're going to have to use a different method. The method that I'm thinking of uses a little bit of redstone and a redstone torch. So if you take a piece of redstone there and a stick, you can make a redstone torch just like that. And we are going to use this. So a redstone torch has some interesting properties to it. Let's go out here so we can demonstrate. Redstone torches have some interesting properties to them. Number one is redstone torches produce power. So here is a piece of redstone. You can see that it's not lit and it's just kind of dull. But if I put a piece of redstone here, you can see that is glowing, and it has some particle emissions from it, and that indicates that this redstone torch is providing this redstone dust with power. Now that is an interesting mechanic to it. When a piece of redstone is powered, when it receives power, that redstone torch will actually turn off.
Ha! Doesn't even work.
You can see there that if we place a lever here, that lever will power this block and therefore send power to this redstone torch. And if we flip that lever, it will turn off that redstone torch. And then if we put redstone out here, you can see that no longer is powered. And if we flip that lever again and turn off the redstone power to this block, it repowers itself, and then it powers that piece of redstone dust. So that provides us with some interesting abilities, and some clever people have come up with the idea that, well, if we have a redstone torch that provides power, but if it receives power, then it will turn itself off. There are some really clever ways that we can make loops, feedback loops, basically. So if I make put these blocks diagonal to each other, and if we put a redstone dust here, now if I place a redstone torch right here, that will power this block, which will then send power to this redstone dust, which will then power this block, which will then power the redstone torch, and therefore it will be a continuous feedback loop where it will power and then depower the torch, and then that will stop sending power here, turn off this redstone dust, and therefore it will repower the torch, and it will continue in what's called a rapid fire circuit. So watch what happens as I put this down. You see that there, it flickered for a bit and then it just kind of fizzled out. That's because the game can detect that this is a rapid fire circuit, and it's taking a lot of RAM, or randomly allocated memory. And after so long of this rapid fire circuit happening, the game just shuts it off so that it doesn't take up too much memory, and therefore can provide memory for other applications like rendering, and for moving around, and for other things. But if we were to update the block next to it, that would restart this whole cycle again. So watch what happens as I place a block right next to it. The block updates and it refires, and then it fizzles out, just like that. That is going to be perfect for us, because if we were to continue placing some blocks here, and then if I were to run a little redstone line along here, now when I update this block, you can see the redstone current from that rapid fire circuit follows all the way down this line. And so if we were to put a row of pistons right here, then whenever this block is updated, it will send a redstone current which will power the pistons, and therefore break all of the sugarcane. So if we were to plant a piece of sugarcane right in that block there, whenever it grows, it'll grow right there, and it'll update that block, and therefore repower this rapid fire circuit. And so that is the premise of the idea of this rapid fire circuit design, and how we're going to be using it to farm automatically our sugarcane. And so I'm going to go grab some sleep, because it is getting late in the day and I don't want to have to deal with any monsters.
12 seconds later.
So the actual the actual design of this farm is not unique to me. I am using a farm design from a fellow YouTuber named Skippy6 Gaming. I will put a link in the description to his video on the tutorial there, and you guys should go check out his channel. He has some great Bedrock tutorials, and he has a lot of great content. But this farm is, as far as I know, it is his design. He might have got it from somewhere, but if he did, then I'm sure he put the link in the description of his video. Anyway, so some things that we're going to need from this for this farm is quite a bit of iron and quite a bit of redstone, and of course some wood and cobblestone. So the first thing we're going to make is a bunch of pistons. So pistons are made in this crafting interface just like this, with 3 oak planks on the top, 4 cobblestone, 1 piece of iron, and 1 piece of redstone. And that's how we make a piston. Now we're going to need a fair bit of pistons. So I'm going to make a few more wooden planks like that. And I'm going to make as many pistons as we can. 32 is going to be good for the design that I'm thinking about, at least for right now. But it is stackable, so meaning you can put these farms on top of each other, and they will still produce the exact same amount of sugarcane. Another thing we're going to want is glass. So we're going to want a fair bit of glass and some glass panes. Now we will need glass panes. I think you could probably use fences, but glass panes are going to be necessary to align all of the drops that come off of the stalks after the pistons break them, and then push them into our collection mechanism. Now our collection mechanism is going to be basically just a stream of water pushing all of the items into a hopper. A hopper is also another redstone mechanism. If we can make a bunch of wooden planks like this, and we can make a couple of chests, just like that, then we can put the chests like there and a couple of iron in a kind of V shape around it, and that will provide us with a hopper. Now I'm going to have 4 hoppers. I don't have enough iron for that quite yet, but I've got a little bit more here. Now the hoppers are a redstone block that will conduct items into it, and then as you can see, it has a little inventory, but then it will funnel those items into whatever block it's pointing into, as long as it has an active inventory and can receive items. We're going to be using this to receive items into a chest. So I'm going to make a few more chests like that. And so if I were to place a chest like that, and then we can shift click a hopper facing into it, and now you can see that the hopper is pointing into this chest. If I were to drop some items onto this chest, onto the hopper, oops, that didn't quite pick it up. If I drop some items onto the hopper, you can see they disappeared. And then if we look into the chest, the hopper received those and then funneled them into that chest. So it's a way of automatically storing your automatically collecting items without you having to worry about it. So that's going to be useful for us. So let's get into building, shall we? Now, the footprint of this is, I'm going to put it right here because we're going to have a water stream there, and that's going to be the barrier of that water stream. So we could even put it 1 block back, and that's not going to be a problem. but we're going to place, it could be dirt, it could be sand, whatever sugarcane or bamboo or whatever you're trying to grow, whatever that will grow on. And we're going to make a line of this that's 16 blocks long. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that will be the basis of our where we will be planting the sugarcane on. I need to go grab some more wood, so I will be back in just a second, and we can continue on with this build. Okay, and we're back with a little bit more wood, and so now that we have this this little strip of dirt where we're going to be planting our sugarcane, let's come out and block off a little area where we can put some water streams, just like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but this is where we're going to be placing our water stream. And then we can go ahead and already do that. I'm just going to grab that bucket. And you can see it stops after flowing 8 blocks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. And it will always flow for 8 blocks and then stop. And so we're going to do the same thing, and you can see that flow, and it will just barely meet up with the other one because we made it exactly 16 blocks. So right here where it meets up, it doesn't matter which block on the 9th or the 8th block, whichever one you decide, you can dig out a little spot, and right here is where we're going to be putting our collection chest. Now I'm going to quickly put a chest right here, and then I'm going to run around to the back, and I'm going to crouch and shift click a hopper going into that chest. And now to test this out, we can grab some items and throw it into that water stream. Oh my goodness, if I can throw it today. Throw it into that, and then that will go over and be collected by the hopper. And then we go on this side and we do the exact same thing. We throw out some stuff. Of course I can't throw it into the water stream. There we go. And they flow over and are collected. So they're both collected, so that area or that spot will work for our needs. And I'm going to go ahead and just dig this piece out and make this a double chest, just because I think we're going to be getting quite a few bit of drops from this. And just to make it look nice, I'm going to cover this up with glass. It's getting kind of dark and raining. And that way we can still access this this chest because the glass is a transparent block. So the next thing we're going to want to do is put a row of blocks just like this along the back side, kitty corner to this row of strip of dirt that we made. So the block of sugarcane is going to the piece of sugarcane is going to be planted here, and we don't want to disturb this piece. We want it to stay intact at all times. But the block above that, when it grows up, we want to harvest the blocks on top of it. So I'm going to run along and place pistons just like this all along there, 16 pistons just like that. And on this last little bit, I'm going to place a block, and I'm going to set up our rapid fire circuit just like this. Perfect. So I'm going to pillar up and get on top of this, and now we want to set up our rapid fire circuit. So we're going to get some redstone, and I'm going to place that all along these pistons just like this. Now if I place that redstone torch just like that, you can see, boom, it fires, and it will fire all of these pistons as soon as it is powered. Now, just to make things look a little bit more even, I'm going to go across and place some blocks on top. And this is not only just to make it look pretty, but it's also to ensure that the sugarcane will not grow more than just one block. As soon as it grows more than one block, our efficiency out of this farm is going to be reduced greatly. So we want to make sure that we can limit the sugarcane growth to just one block above that of its original plant. So now so if we were to go grab some sugarcane, and let's see how this works. If I were to plant one right there, and if it grows one more, it updates that block, and it powers the pistons, and it pushes it into the stream, and then it pushes the block into that hopper, into the collection chest, and there it is. So that is how it's going to work. Now we want to make sure that this is completely encased, so that it does not, so that we don't lose any items, because it is kind of a random drop. It could go forward, it could go to the side, it could go to the other side, and therefore we could get some losses if we don't completely block it off. So I'm going to block it off with some glass, just like this. And along this side, right in front of the piston, 2 blocks in front of the piston, I'm going to be placing glass panes. Now this is important because when the pistons push it and it breaks that stock, it will push it up against this glass pane, and it will align it there, and it will always drop it into the water stream. If you just had a glass block, then it would push it against the glass block and align it there, and it would always drop onto this block of dirt, which then wouldn't be collected. So we're going to have to put these glass panes here, and that is going to be very important. Perfect, just like that. And then I'm just going to go around and finish boxing this off. And that is pretty much it. That is our first cell of our sugarcane farm completely made. Now all we've got to do is go collect our sugarcane from off here and start planting it into these dirt blocks, and that will start to automatically collect us some sugarcane. So I'm going to go do that and grab some sugarcane and place it in there. And I'm excited to stop harvesting this stuff manually and to start getting it automatically. Now, I believe 15 is going to be enough for us because we already have one in there, so I'm going to go over and start planting it. And as you can see, all of these blocks are adjacent to water, so we'll plant swimmingly, just like that. And now our first little cell is completely made and set up. And if you noticed, this redstone signal doesn't quite reach all the way to the end of these pistons. So like 2 or 3 of these pistons, when the block updates, will not fire. So to fix that, we are going to make an exact copy of this, just back to back on this other side, and then we're going to put the redstone torch on this end. So that way, when this cell fires, these last couple of pistons will also fire, and then collect us the sugarcane from these end blocks. So that will work out great. So I'm just going to go ahead and build that up.
We ran out of our first stack of glass, so this is going to take a fair bit of resources. But once it is built, we won't ever have to worry about sugarcane again. And the reason why I'm wanting to do this sugarcane farm is because sugarcane can be crafted into paper. And paper is going to be very helpful for our next little bit of the progression here in Minecraft, namely enchanting, because you use paper to craft books, paper and leather. And as you can see, I've been breeding up the cows. That's a little inhumane, but that's okay. it's just a video game. But using paper to craft books, and then using books to craft bookshelves, and using bookshelves placed next to an enchanting table, you can use to upgrade the level of enchantments that you can get out of the enchanting table. So I'm going to go ahead and place the sugarcane in here just like I had done before, and we can be on our merry way. And because this is completely closed off, it won't grow higher than 2 blocks, and it will always collect every drop. The one place that we could lose some of the sugarcane items is right here in this window, in this little opening where we have the redstone torch. It is possible that when this rapid fire circuit goes and this piston fires, it does have a random chance of going to the left here and falling on top of this glass this glass block, and we will lose that. But it's only a small chance that will happen, and it's only on 1 block, so I'm not too worried about it. Plus, this whenever we're here at our house, at our main little beginner's base, it will always be producing sugarcane in the background. Now I'm going to actually go ahead and build this another level up, so we have basically copy and paste this on top of it, so it's 2 levels high. And you guys have already seen the process here of how I build this, so I'm not going to make you watch through all of my quirkiness again, and I'm just gonna cut away, and I'll bring you guys back in to see the final result, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, and welcome back. So as you can see, I just went ahead and built a second layer right on top of this. It's the exact same design, all filled with sugarcane, and I think that is looking good. But it's all finished, I believe, and as I was working on it, I heard it fire a couple times, and if we look over here, it looks like it has been working. We did have that one piece of sugarcane that we already placed in there, but it's already produced 5 pieces of sugarcane just as we have been building this. Now, if you do have the resources and you want to turn this into a bamboo farm, you can totally do that. It works the exact same way. You just replace the sugarcane with bamboo. You can also make it a sugarcane and bamboo farm by staggering the bamboo, sugarcane, bamboo, sugarcane, bamboo, sugarcane all the way down. Just make sure if you're going to do that, always place the bamboo right next to your rapid fire circuit, because the bamboo will grow much faster than the sugarcane, and therefore your rapid fire circuit will fire more often and be more efficient at collecting all of your things. But I am really excited about this. Now we can have an automatic source of sugarcane always being collected in the background. But I think that will do it for today's episode of the Minecraft Bedrock Thrive Guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at automated sugarcane farming and rapid fire circuits. I sure had a blast, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video too. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you loved the video, why don't you subscribe for some more content and the Minecraft Bedrock Thrive Guide. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye for now.